Hear me, Bears Nation, right now. This very second, we stand at a crossroads of destiny. The ghosts of our past, those immortal warriors who carved their names in the football's pantheon, beckon us from beyond the veil. Can you feel them in? The wind that whips off Lake Michigan, stirring the fallen leaves into a ride of amber and gold? Do you hear the faint echo of those legendary battles fought in the bitter cold, when Hollis Field roared like a living beast and our 5 Super Bowl championships shimmered like distant stars through the frost? Now we find ourselves suspended between hope and despair, teetering on a knife's edge where every snap, every tackle, every passing route becomes a moment laden with the weight of history and the promise of revolution. Doc, picture the scene. You're huddled beneath the concrete leviathan that is Soldier Field, clutching your navy and orange scarf, surrounded by thousands of brothers and sisters whose hearts thump in unison, each breath a testament to undying faith. Overhead, the jumbotrons flicker with X's and O's that dance like fleeting phantoms, tactical blueprints drawn on a canvas of uncertainty. Down below, our coaching staff led by a sideline general whose play calling oscillates between genius and questionable audacity pace like storm-tossed sailors, scanning a formation of bruisers, speed demons, and rising rookies for the spark that will ignite the flame of resurgence. The locker room door creaks open, and you can almost hear the murmur of tension pouring out, veteran leaders swapping wary glances over playbooks, rookies clutching their pads with trembling anticipation, and trainers hovering like sentinels, ready to soothe fresh wounds. There are whispers, insidious rumors of fractured trust and strategic schisms, of veteran quarterbacks questioning the script in favor of instinct, and defensive captains who wonder if the schemes being drawn up in the coaches' war room match the meter of battle being waged on the turf. What if, in the chaos of that divide, a misread call sends us spiraling backwards, inching us toward the abyss of futility just as we think we found our rhythm? We know this city's love is both a blessing and a burden. Chicago folk can forgive. A lot they'll brave December's fiercest gales and January's ice storms, pack the stands in shivering solidarity, and belt out bear down until their lungs burn. But they never forget. They remember the heartbreak of the '85 playoffs that led to conquest, the agony of '06's shattering near miss, the cruel sting of 10's collapse, and the gut-punch blow of 18's collapse that left Soldier Field echoing with mourning instead of triumph. Each scar runs deep, etched into our collective psyche, a constant reminder that greatness is never guaranteed, but it is always worth fighting for. And fight we must. On one side of the line, our defense stands poised. The front 7, a phalanx of brawny stalwarts whose muscles ripple like steel cables. The secondary, a quartet of playmakers whose speed and instinct can turn any quarterback's dream into a nightmare. Yet even the fiercest warrior can falter if the lines of communication fray. Imagine that perfect blitz call dissolving into static, a linebacker ghosting past an unblocked edge rusher, the quarterback stepping up into an open lane, shredding our coverage with surgical precision. That single lapse the wrong gap filled, the missed assignment, the hesitation at the snap could be the crack that splinters our confidence to its core. On the other side, the offense pulses with raw potential and perilous volatility. Our signal caller, armed with a rocket arm and the guts to stick his chin into danger, searches for his weapons, those receivers who can turn a yard into 30 with one dazzling catch, those tight ends whose breakaway speed rewrites the rules, a positional play, and those running backs who slalom through creases like grains of sand slipping through your fingers. But what if the protection collapses? What if a blindside sack strips the ball free, setting off a chain reaction that turns momentum into a cruel tide, dragging us down before we've even had a chance to draw our first breath? This season, every week is a crucible. Come week 1, we will gather under the floodlights, our breath misting in the autumn air, hearts pounding like war drums. The kickoff whistle will slice through the hum of anticipation, and in that moment, all the questions, all the fears, all the ambitions will coalesce into one single glorious contest for supremacy. Will we rise to meet the challenge? Will the unity forged in the fires of shared adversity hold firm when the blitz hammers the trenches and the pass rush surges like an ocean wave? Or will the seams start to unravel, the intricate fabric of team chemistry unspooling under the blistering heat of competition? Think of our heroes of old, Dick Butkus charging like a runaway freight train, shredding blockers and leaving ball carriers in his wake. Mike Singletary's eyes of steel, a linebacker's Lionheart thundering through any offensive line. Brian Urlacher, a ballet dancer in football armor, pivoting on a dime to crush a screen pass or launch an unsuspecting back into orbit. Devin Hester, the human fuse whose electrifying returns detonate the stadium into bedlam. Those legends did not rest on past laurels. They demanded excellence in every rep, every practice, every film session. They set the bar at stratospheric heights, and their legacy challenges us to match their ferocity, their precision, their unbreakable spirit. So here we stand, at the foot of that same towering bar, our collective breath a vaporous mist swirling in the wind. Beneath the indigo sky, the stadium lights frame the gridiron battleground, and every heartbeat becomes a vow. We will not be broken. We will not surrender to the ghosts of seasons gone by, or to the insidious whispers of doubt that try to worm their way into our minds. We will bind together coaches, players, and fans to forge a new chapter written in sweat and steel. Yet the road ahead is perilous. Injuries lurk like hidden landmines. A single concussion, a strained ligament, a misstep on wet turf, each can shatter not only a season, but a career, a dream. The cap crunch stares us in the face. Can we afford to lock up our rising stars with contracts that preserve the present but jeopardize the future? Or must we make the tough calls, trust the next wave of rookies and undrafted overachievers too? Carry the torch forward? The decisions made in the ivory towers of the front office will ripple through the locker room and resonate in the stands. They will shape not just this season's outcome, but the very identity of our proud franchise. And as the weeks march by through harsh winds and early snow, through the roar of opening day and the looming promise of playoff push, we must hold fast to our convictions. We must lean into the adversity, taste its bitterness, and transform it into the sweetest victory. We must echo the cries of those who came before us, channel their resolve, infuse every snap with the spirit of monsters of the Midway, and fill every stadium corner with the thunder of Bear Down. Bears Nation, this is our clarion call. Will you rise to the challenge? Will you stand shoulder to shoulder, rain, snow, or shine, hearts ablaze with unwavering faith? Will you breathe life into the hallowed grounds of Soldier Field, infusing each down with the electricity of 10,000 souls? United? Or will you allow the shadows of doubt to swallow our hope and dim the fire that has driven us through the decades? The stakes have never been higher, the tension never more tangible than in this moment, this razor's edge between triumph and heartache. Embrace the challenge. Let the embers of past glories ignite the blaze of our present fight. Together, we will champion every snap, every drive, every roar, and carve our destiny in the annals of football royalty. Hit that like button if your passion burns hotter than ever. Share your battle cry in the comments, and subscribe to Bears News Fan. Report so you never miss a pulse-pounding update as we charge forth undaunted, unyielding, and resolute. Bear down.